Sunlight fades, and so eventually does grief. But not here.
That he's not forgotten.
Not yet.
Because we never forget.
The family of Eduardo Uvaldo.
He was just very present in our lives.
The seventh and final person killed in the Highland Park parade shooting.
I feel close to my dad here because it's the last place he was alive. So I feel like he's here.
Visited the victim's memorial at the city's Reflection and Remembrance Rose Garden. His daughter, Karina Mendez, read her father's epitaph.
Loving husband, father, and grandfather, our love goes with you, and our souls wait to join you.
He looked forward to attending the Highland Park 4th of July parade every year with his grandchildren, and he always dressed for the occasion. 7 families have been shattered.
You're not forgotten.
No, none of them.
And dozens of others have been shaken.
A community of 30,000 people who have been impacted by one AR-15 style weapon that was purchased legally.
Good evening. A massive manhunt in the northern suburbs of Chicago.
I hate to say it, but it's probably the worst day of my life.
Just pop, 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 pop.
It's been nearly a year since the shooting on July 4th, 2022.
Grabbed my son, I ran around the corner and I put him in a dumpster.
There are no words for the kind of evil that shows up at a public celebration of freedom, hides on a roof, and shoots innocent people with an assault rifle.
The national headlines screamed as Highland Park fell silent. The city's 4th of July parade became a holiday horror when a gunman on a rooftop sprayed the parade crowd with more than 70 rounds from a Smith & Wesson M&P 15 semi-automatic rifle, causing panic and fear, and ultimately a bloodbath that left initially 30 people wounded and at least 6 people dead. The death toll would rise to 7 and the number of injured to 48 in the latest case of a uniquely American plague. Highland Park mom Ashby Beasley was at the 4th of July parade with her son.
Rifle first, blue, go. Go, 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 go.
Months later, she was visiting family in Nashville when there was yet another mass shooting.
Move, move.
Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings?
She walked up to the microphones and, in a sense, spoke for the victims of all of the nation's 647 mass shootings that year.
I'm from Highland Park, Illinois. My son and I survived a mass shooting over the summer. I am in Tennessee on a family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them?
It just all bubbled up in me. It was too much to see all of these things that I'm working so hard against, and knowing that had Congress acted, had they acted, then these deaths would have been preventable. They should be hearing what your concerns are.
Beasley became a gun safety advocate and has been working on a website called Hometown Advocacy, which provides information on how to lobby lawmakers for gun safety. Like many who experienced the Highland Park Parade, she has been on a year-long search for accountability and justice.
1 year out, the thing that I've learned the most is that the deep impact of a mass shooting event goes so far beyond what we talk about.
From the outside, I probably look fine, but I'm shattered on the inside. And I don't know if I'll ever be unshattered.
For those who have never felt a bullet rip through your skin, let me explain how it feels.
Lauren Bennett is also fighting for gun safety measures.
The gunshots were loud, the bullets were flying everywhere. We were seeing people get hit and fall to the ground, pools of blood.
She was at the parade with 2 of her 3 young boys. She was shot twice.
In my back, I felt a tight shock. I noticed that I was bleeding on the side. I screamed, "We're under attack."
Her husband rushed her to the hospital, and she survived to tell her story.
But if it makes change, if it gets good laws passed, good regulation passed, holds accountability for people who wronged us, then I will tell my story over and over again.
The anniversary of the parade is a touchy time for so many, and certainly for those who have experienced loss.
As it gets closer, it's getting harder. Like every day we think about everything that happened, but like it was less. But now it's like every day I'm thinking about that day over and over and over.
The family of Eduardo Uvaldo has decided to stay home in the safety of their own company.
Be with family. Family is important. My dad showed us that.
His daughter Nubia was there at the parade by his side as Eduardo was shot in the head. In time, grief may fade, but 1 year later,
And I don't know if I will ever be ready.
the memories have not.
I'm going to spend it with my family. You know, that's what I plan to do, and yeah, just be together with family.
In Highland Park, Mike Lowe, WGN News.